Welcome, everybody, to East Lyme High School, home of the Vikings, where Game Day presents its first attempt at European football. Sports Doctor, are you ready for some soccer?
Soccer is a sport, indeed, Casey. This is my first time ever broadcasting a soccer game. Should be a lot of fun.
I already got Maurizio Mazzi, former teammate of mine in New London, already yelling at our third person in the booth. So already controversy with the coach.
Yeah, and the coach is Rob Brule. He is the third guy in the booth, Casey. He is here to guide us through this matchup between Waterford and East Lyme. Coach, nice to have you with us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Good to be here.
Yeah, Casey, got a couple different teams in here tonight. Waterford comes in 3-3 overall in the year, 2-0 in league play. Casey, the one thing about Waterford is they're looking to jumpstart that offense. They have not scored more than 2 goals in a game all year long. East Lyme comes in 2-1-2. 1-1-1 in the league, Casey. 1-1-1. They've exploded for 8 goals versus New London and 4 goals versus Bacon. So 2 different teams, 2 different styles here tonight at East Lyme High School.
Well, Coach, we're going to have to enlighten the sports doctor. In order for him to get that PhD tonight, he's going to have to learn that we're about to talk about the most played sport in the world. More people play this sport than any other sport in the world. And you mentioned scoring on the Waterford side of things. Not unusual for a high school soccer game, a well-played high school soccer game, to be 3-2, 4-2. I think tonight you should expect that sort of scoring, and the coach can talk a little bit about what is East Lyme, looking to do. Where do they want this score to be, and where do you think Waterford wants their score to be?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great rivalry game. I mean, you always have when you have next door neighbors and you're playing for something like this, ALS Cup, Matty Green does a great job putting this whole thing together, and kids and the families take part of this process. But you're going to have East Lyme attacking the flanks with speed and purpose. They're going to try to get around the ends. You're going to try to whip balls into the box, kind of stretch the game a little bit. And conversely, you're going to have Waterford trying to play with their inexperienced team and the young team. They're going to try to play discipline.
Yeah, Waterford's a little banged up too, Coach. So, what does that mean for, reconfiguring the lineups and, how do you manufacture offense?
Yeah, I think they're going to just look at set pieces. I think they're going to try to pick their moments when they go forward. I think they're going to try to be smart. I think they're going to try to take advantage of the mistakes that East Lyme could make on home, playing with adrenaline and looking for a big win. They're going to have to play smart tonight. They're going to have to kind of live beyond their years and play beyond their years tonight. 50-50 ball battles are going to be all part of the game now, and it's less about technique as it is about physical and getting after it tonight. So it's going to be a rivalry game.
One thing that I look at when I start looking at these lineups, I always start with the guys in the nets and between the pipes, the keepers. So much we see it in other sports, lacrosse, field hockey. We see it in other sports. The people who defend the net can have such an impact on the game. And tonight, this is an area where both of these squads have strong keepers. East Lyme, senior Sean Heaney, he is a leader out there for them. And on the other side of things, Alex Fayen, he's a junior, but an experienced couple of keepers. And and for you, Sports Doctor, a lot of soccer comes from the keeper.
From the keeper.
Yes. So,
this is going to be new to me. I mean, again, I went to Wheeler High School, and then you have state championships there, and a big soccer tradition. But again, Coach, like you said, 2 different teams here and 2 different styles.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have some technique up front, or technical players up front, dangerous players like Alex up front, getting after for East Lyme, and Duncan with the speed and purpose he plays with in the attacking third. They're going to be a handful for the Lancer defense, but if they can stay organized, they keep the play in front of them, they're going to be fine. It's going to be fun to watch.
Now, the term, Casey, Coach just said it a few minutes ago. Coach, play the mistake. That is a soccer term, and a lot of times on a missed pass or a turnover in your own end, that can lead to bad things or good things if you play the mistake.
Yeah, right. And you're gonna capitalize on your chances. In high school, anything's possible. So you just have to take advantage of the opportunities you have. Be optimistic, act, don't react, and good things will happen.
The biggest thing in soccer is spacing. You're going to see both teams looking to form triangles and diamonds with their personnel in space. They want to move as one entity. This is 10 players and a keeper, and they're moving together up and down the field looking to maintain space. When that space breaks down, when you have too many people in one space, you're going to see the ball switched into areas that have space. And that's when the athletes take over. That's when the turnovers take over. Because when you've got athletes running in space, that's where one-on-one balls, just like a loose ball in basketball, it's going to be who wants it more, who gets there. And that's when the one little turnover creates an offensive opportunity.
Coach, how many scoring opportunities to take on case you just said are created off of turnovers, off of a bad pass? Yeah.
If you go back, you go back far enough in the game, you'll see that pass that gave up that opportunity. It happens. It's a game of mistakes and where you make them. A lazy square ball in the middle third of the field is going to cost a goal.
Well, we are moments away from Waterford and East Lyme in the ALS Fundraiser Cup, but for now, our national anthem. All right, moments away here at East Lyme High School. We are bringing you Waterford High School and East Lyme High School in the ALS Fundraiser Cup.
Nice to have you back.
Oh,
you were gone for a week. I was over at Fitch High School with the coach, Mike Emery, last Friday night. We missed you. You're on assignment out in Franklin, Tennessee, but it's nice to have you back and can enlighten me a little bit about soccer. I'm in between two experts here. The coach to my right, Casey to my left. Life is good today.
Well, I would suggest the coach is the expert. I'm a soccer fan and a former player, but I am in no way an expert. I'm looking forward, as much as you are, to hearing the insight that Coach has for us tonight. There are some players to be listening for tonight for Waterford. The big three up front, Avery Albanese, Robbie Negabon, and Brent Rutchick. They are the goal scorers. In the middle, Abe Goldschneider, Alexander Ard, Harry Searle, and the player that they go Moises. That's how you know it's a soccer player. Moises, one name for him. Paul Larkin, Alex Abate, James Gregg, and Nick Zingas. They defend. Alex Fayen in the goal.
One of the best all-time, Pele, went by one name.
Ronaldo, a lot of guys, one name in soccer. For East Lyme, it's Alec Kaczynski and Duncan Manthaus, Luke Wojcik, Conrad French, Nick Esposito, Jack Seibel, Jean Lucamazzi, Brian Caligari, Nick Tricarico, and Trevor Soames in front of Sean Haney. Early action sees East Lyme with the ball, pushing it out left. They are going right to left here on the football field, so we will use the yard markers to describe some of the action, and you see quickly a turnover, and Waterford will look to advance. So, Coach, right now with Waterford moving the ball, quick little opportunity, ball up front, a nice job by the East Lyme defense to shield the Waterford offensive player and allowing Heaney to come up and make the save.
Yeah, I think what you're looking for in the first 5 minutes of a game, last 5 minutes of a half, it's usually when all the goal-scoring chances occur. So you're going to see Waterford attack where they can, and East Lyme try to go right at them right now.
Coach, is there a feeling-out process to determine speed out there in the field, or do these teams know each other like that?
Yeah, these guys play together. They play against each other throughout the summers. They know each other. They have a great deal of respect for each other, obviously, as players and student athletes. So they know each other enough to know, hey, I got to shut this guy down. This guy's got some pace.
Free kick from Esposito, a little flick by the forward. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in here going the other way. Official says it's going to be a East Lyme throw-in. Yes, an East Lyme throw-in. So you see there, Sports Doctor, we had a little indirect kick coming from the 40. Esposito hit it. The offensive player tried to do what we call a flick, which is a little, little head ball.
I know what a corner kick is, too. Corner kick right now.
So we are. He's going to get a corner kick for East Lyme. Ball hit low and hard in the middle, in front. That's always dangerous. And here's a shot just over the net wide right. Missed opportunity that time by the Vikings.
Yeah, he had a good opportunity there. Saw the net. Just went a bit over.
So crowding the net with playmakers off of the corner kick, another good scoring opportunity and a scoring chance.
Yep, absolutely. You get numbers in the box. You get opportunities to put it away.
Fayen with the goal kick for Waterford. High kick goes all the way to midfield where it's headed by East Lyme. They're looking to settle, and it's turned over. Waterford now with a little bit of a break. Waterford heading down, looking for a ball, and they're going to turn it out and take some time. Plays it back to the midfield. That's where Searle has it. Down in the corner to Albanese. Albanese with a cross, ball in front, and a nice save by Heaney coming out of the net before a Waterford player could get a touch.
Yeah, it's a great service over there from the flank. Near post run. Great opportunity for the Lancers early.
Coach, Waterford trying to catch some people on the backside of the goalie there, trying to get a little backdoor action.
Yeah, absolutely. Get those defenders, making them mark them, making them get it out of the way, making them take space, making them make a decision.
East Lyme playing a little tentative here on the defensive end. Waterford being a little more aggressive, challenging, but now East Lyme looking to make a rush down past the 40, and they're going to spin it back into the midfield here, take a chance, and it's going to be lost out of bounds. Throw in for Waterford. The officials are going to... The Waterford guy loved that. He tried to get away with it. He ran up, grabbed the ball, and the official said, "No, son,
yeah,
it's East Lyme ball."
I do that too.
Waterford with a chance, but East Lyme with 4 defenders back, so they're going to shut off Albanese and play it up through the middle. East Lyme with a little opportunity now and a touch pass. Cross over through the middle by Seibel. And now Waterford will control, and they'll look to move the other way. Long down the chute it goes to Albanese, but Albanese really not much there, so he's going to play it back to his midfielder. A little overlapping run now. Albanese in the corner, loses possession, and it'll be a goal kick for East Lyme. No score here in the early going. 36 minutes remaining here in regulation time. In regular time, there is also injury time, and so some extended play could occur. But right now we're just underway here. Vikings and Waterford, no score.
Beautiful night, too. It's just what a gorgeous day.
Heaney with the goal kick. Long spiral kick goes down to about the 40, and Waterford will control in the midfield. And East Lyme quickly looks to catch Waterford off guard. Speed rush coming the other way on the Waterford offensive side of things, the East Lyme side of things, and the Waterford defender chooses to just knock the ball out of bounds to stem that tide.
That's going to be East Lyme's throw-in from the side, Coach, and puts themselves in a chance at least to get some numbers down in the box.
Yeah, now they can actually settle down a little bit, play the way they're facing up here, and maintain possession. Tough little touch there, but Waterford coming out.
East Lyme tried to catch Waterford being overly aggressive. Long ball the other way, running a man down, and almost did catch East Lyme's defenders flat-footed, and that's why you saw the East Lyme defender just wisely kick it out to the side and let the defense reset. East Lyme in control of the ball right at midfield with a throw-in. Throw-in for East Lyme will come off the hands of Esposito. 50-50 ball controlled by East Lyme, and they'll play it back to the defense. Waterford puts a little rush on with Albanese. Albanese very, very active there up front, Coach. He likes to go and challenge.
Yeah, he's a handful up there. He's timing his runs well. He's checking back to the ball, give his teammates some help, and he's battling for every 50-50 ball. Sign of a good forward.
Nice job out there that time by the Waterford midfielder Harry Searle, and that resulted in a little bit of confusion, but the ball goes off Waterford, and East Lyme will have the throw. They play it into Kaczynski, who plays it back to his midfielder Soames. Soames drops back to his defense position. They try to get Albanese on a run. 50-50 ball controlled. Albanese tries to head the ball past the defender. It is now controlled in the midfield, and East Lyme, nicely job, takes it away. They try to go outside with it, but Waterford gets a foot on it. Ball is still live in the East Lyme end. Dangerous. And here they try to clear, but they can't clear. Negabon does a nice job keeping it in. Waterford now has the ball in the East Lyme zone. The Vikings struggling to get the ball out.
Waterford definitely dictating pace and tempo.
Here's a cross and headed out by the East Lyme defender. East Lyme needs to clear, and now you see the defender just turn and clear, try to get the ball out of the defensive zone. East Lyme right now on its heels defensively. Oh, nice little through pass down on the goal line and pushed out of bounds where it will be a goal kick for East Lyme.
Coach, with the ball down in the zone like that for Waterford, does that make things a little tighter for the East Lyme defense and for the goalkeeper? He's got to be that much more alert.
Yeah, it does. It makes them play a little bit more honest. These guys Waterford's doing a nice job of finding the gaps in between the two backs and making them decide who you're going to go with the man or you're going to stay with the ball. And it's dangerous in the attacking third. It's a high IQ of soccer right there.
Oh, nice pass that time by Kaczynski down the right sideline, trying to get it up ahead to Manthaus.
Nice job there by the Waterford defender, pushing the East Lyme player off the ball and regaining possession.
Waterford with the off the penalty with the kick, headed by East Lyme. They're trying to get back into an offensive set, but right now it's in the midfield. Now, Sports Doctor, one of the things about being a keeper in soccer is it's all about geometry. It's all about angles. You all have to, just like any goalkeeper, right? You have to cut off angles, give up certain parts of the net. So balls that are directed and deflected can become a real problem. And what a great job. The keeper, Searle, comes out of the net and stymies Albanese, who had snuck in behind the defender, and that was very close to a goal opportunity for Waterford, but Searle sniffed it out. Aggressive goalkeeping that time.
That was a great save.
Searle selling out a little bit on that one, Coach.
Yeah, he needed to. That was a goal-scoring opportunity. He came out, timed his run right, and got out to the ball, shut it down. Great save.
On the other end, Thayen beats Kaczynski to the ball and will control for Waterford. Goalkeepers have to be aggressive. It's one of they are the ones, like a safety or a cornerback, judging, do I try to pick it off or do I try to make the hit? They need to time it perfectly, because if they're a step slow, it's a goal the other way. And that was a very aggressive play from Heaney, and on the other end from Thayen. Yeah. East Lyme switches fields now, goes on the other side. Stolen, poked away that time. Nice job by the Waterford Brent Rudchick, the senior captain. And the majority of this game right now is being played in the East Lyme defensive side of things. Waterford on the attack.
Yeah, the first 9 minutes of this game, Waterford is certainly time of possession is the thing. They kept it.
Very heads up that time by Heaney, as Albanese, showing all kinds of skills, both with the feet and the head, was juggling the ball on his feet and put it up to his head, and Heaney came out and got there first. On the other end, East Lyme trying to make a run, and there's going to be
that's a takedown. Is that a foul, Coach? Penalty?
Yeah, that was definitely a tactical foul right there. That was a smart foul, actually, because you had Duncan coming with speed and purpose, and he's back, he's through if that foul doesn't happen. So actually a pretty smart foul.
A free kick, is that not?
Yeah, it is.
East Lyme will have it from the 40-yard line. This is a good opportunity right here on the indirect. 22 long drives on the direct kick, and that was a bullet hit over the net that time. What a shot. Nick Esposito launched it from 40 yards out and just missed the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, the goalkeeper did a nice job of following it through, but that was a little too close for comfort.
And I talk about the evolution of soccer players. You'll be humble about it, but I won't be, because I watched it. You were a tremendous soccer player yourself.
Thanks,
the skill level that we see from these kids now. When you played, I don't know that there were two kids on either team that could hit a shot like that. And now you're seeing routinely kids knocking balls in on direct kicks from 40 yards out. The skill level of these players, the strength, increases yearly.
Yeah, these guys, the speed and purpose they play with, the technical ability now, that these guys are at a different level physically. They're getting, these guys are training all year round. They're getting personal trainers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every sport. This specialization of sport has occurred in the soccer, arena, just as it is in baseball and football. And you can tell they're getting stronger, faster, better. And yeah, I wouldn't want to play these guys every week.
Footwork is tremendous out there for some of these kids, too.
Yeah, it really is.
You see it here on the foot of Harry Searle. He gets it up ahead to Robbie Negabon, but East Lyme will touch it out of bounds. I mean, I'm serious, 20, 30 years ago, you might see a kid or two that could have the power, have that leg, and you'd say, oh, man, the shot this kid can, you got to be heads up as a keeper. When he's within 30 yards, if he gets to the 15, you're done. And now you see all these kids with rockets.
Well, you got the goalies clearing the ball 60, 70 yards from the end zone line. I mean, it's crazy.
I was happy to get the ball to midfield.
Yeah,
I really was. I was happy to get it to midfield. They're hitting it to hitting it 30 yards past. I'd like to say it's the equipment, but the shoes and the ball are pretty much the same. Oh, nice change of fields that time by East Lyme to help clear defensively, and they're going to look to make a little bit of run from the defensive end. That's Soames, stuck in some traffic that time. They should look to switch fields, and they do. A lot of bodies over on one side that time, but Waterford intercepts, and they're going to try to make a little something happen here. Long ball looking for Albanese, no good. Cleared out, and East Lyme touches it over to Seibel, and Seibel pushes it up ahead. It goes to French, and from the midfield now, Waterford makes the steal, and we'll go the other way.
Coach, we're about 12 minutes into the game, and when do you start seeing substitutions come into a high school game?
You know, it's hard. With both of these teams, they're both not, I wouldn't say that. Who we got here?
Albanese in the corner with an opportunity. He's got Searle along with him. They're looking to play a little two-man game. Searle with the ball, pushes it down into the corner. Albanese looking for a return pass, but nice job by the East Lyme defender down there. Absolutely hounding. No chance there as Nick Tricarico was all over Searle. Didn't give him any opportunity that time to make a cross. Throw in Waterford. They throw it in looking for Albanese. Albanese keeps the ball on his foot. Very physical down there between Albanese and the defender Tricarico. And it's going to turn out to be an East Lyme ball.
So, Coach, back to the substitution pattern. 13 minutes or so into the game.
Yeah, I think it's, these guys are fit. These guys, they're 6-7 games into the season. No need to sub right now unless it's a tactical change. But they're fit. They're ready to go. Both teams aren't particularly deep. I think they both go probably 2 or 3, subs deep. I think they're just feeling each other out. It's not too hot out, so, the conditions are pretty conducive to, a 70, 75-minute, game for most of these guys.
East Lyme with the ball and moving into the offensive end. Looking to get the ball to a forward. French has it in the midfield. Takes it down the right sideline and plays it back into the midfield to Gianluca Massi, who is the son of Maurizio Massi, one former standout soccer player in New London.
I remember him.
Younger brother of Marco Massi, the great Massi family of soccer players. If you're listening, a check can come my way anytime you'd like. Now, the Mazzi's were, Maurizio was a very, very talented player.
And he played in New London, correct?
He did.
Of course he did.
And he did. Well, listen, he was one of the few kids, one of the few immigrant kids that were soccer players. Back in, 30 years ago, you had Italian kids and you had Polish kids. And if you could find a good European kid, an Italian, a Greek, a Portuguese kid, and they all had soccer backgrounds. And that was that's the kids you needed to play.
Right. They at least knew the rules.
You always get you couldn't know what they were saying half the time, but that's okay. Cleared out by East Lyme. Waterford, Coach, I am very impressed with the aggressiveness of Waterford winning a lot of the 50-50 balls and keeping it in the end.
Yeah, they're being smart about it. They're picking their moments. If you notice, they're picking their moments when to go forward, picking their moments when to double team the ball. It's it's smart soccer, as we call it. Not hurting yourself, and this could be dangerous.
Paul Christensen's been the coach East Lyme, a very knowledgeable guy. But on the other side of things, Joe Mendoza, he's a Portuguese Stonington guy, the long-standing family in Stonington. So the soccer backgrounds of the coaches, you got decades of soccer experience out there.
Yeah, you do. Paul, what is he going to his 30th year? He's Mr. Soccer in East Lyme. He's been here a long, long time. He's won a state championship, been to 4 state championship games. Guy produces talented players. Division I players have come out, pretty much every other year out of here. And Joe, Joe's following Warren Swanson, one of the very best in the business. And those are tough shoes to fill. But he's doing it one game at a time.
An opportunity that time for East Lyme, but it deflects to the goalie Thayen, and Waterford will reset from the keeper. Thayen's going to drift over to the right, and he's going to use the boot, it looks like, and let it fly. And he goes drop kick instead. Drop kicks it down to the 50 with really nobody there. It was attempted to be kept in by Zingis, but really no real chance that time for Waterford. And a head ball by East Lyme in the midfield. Now just a bunch of different 3 heads in a row trying to get it on the rush the other end. And a nice job that time by Rutchick controlling for Waterford, but a steal by East Lyme. And now pushing the action for the Vikings is Esposito. Esposito looking for some help. Crosses the field, goes to space on the other side, switches the field, and now the Vikings are going to play it out of the midfield, looking to catch Waterford flat-footed, but the Lancers drop back defensively with 8. Here's a run into the corner by East Lyme, looking for a corner. Little run inside, puts it back out, and a quick shot. Ball loose in front. And it's going to be a save, unbelievable save that time by Fayen on the loose ball. What an opportunity lost by the Vikings. 3 men in front, and they couldn't get the ball loose. The biggest of those 3, Duncan Manthaus, had a free look at it right in front and couldn't convert.
Yeah, on a deflection, too. It was a wide-open free ball there, and it just could not stick it in. The best scoring opportunity of the ball game right there.
Yeah, it's Seibel, Kaczynski, and Manthaus all down there on the offensive end. The ball's bouncing in front. All you need is someone to get a foot on it. No one could get to it, and Fayen did a great job coming up and snatching that ball. What a missed opportunity, though, for East Lyme.
We're some 18 minutes into the ball game, and that was, scoring opportunities obviously few and far between.
East Lyme with the ball in the midfield. Seibel now plays it across over to French, and French is going to use Mozzie, and we're going to try to move the ball back to front. Nice job, little deke by Manthaus, and it puts the ball. Fayen makes the save, but it's loose off his chest. East Lyme recovers, little touch, and a shot opportunity by Seibel is deflected by Waterford. But now East Lyme turning up the pressure a little bit. Run by Esposito down the left side, and a whistle.
Esposito not happy with that call, Casey. He had a good run going down there.
Yeah, he really did. Right now you see clearly Paul Christensen imploring the Vikings to turn up the intensity a little bit, and they have on these past 2 offensive possessions.
Coach, when you get a sniff of a goal, as the players do out there, you kind of want to seal the deal and finish it. And it looks like East Lyme in that possession just tried to do just that.
Yeah, really, Abe Goldschneider for the Lancers did a great job. He fouled the ball in. He covered the back post for the goalkeeper. Fayen made the first save, and then Abe came in, cleared it off the line. That's what you want from your backs. Great defensive play by the Lancers. Now, you're right. Great opportunity, in the attack.
You would have put that. You would have put that ball in the goal.
Yeah, I would have.
You would have. There's no way you would. That one was not going past you. I can attest to that. Believe me.
Yes, I would have got that one.
I would have tripped on the turf or the blade of grass or something out there, Casey. I would have fumbled and bumbled and stumbled it.
Alexander Ard, number 14, midfielder for Waterford with a nice touch pass, but East Lyme gets in front, tries to put a ball ahead for Kaczynski. Kaczynski with his left foot switches over, he's going to try to go, and a great job by the Waterford defender with the steal and a clear. Kaczynski had a great opportunity.
Okay. There's that kid again. There's Abe again. 2 in a row. Great play.
Goldschneider had basically one-on-one opportunity there. If Kaczynski beats him, it's a goal, and he did a great job holding his ground and staying firm, low base, staying firm, keeping your feet square, just not enough, not letting him go through him, which is what he had to do.
Yeah, it's called buzzing your feet. Buzz your feet. Keep it in front of you. And now all of a sudden, Abe the sophomore is growing up in a hurry, shutting down Alex, player of his caliber.
Waterford with the ball in their offensive end. Nice job, East Lyme hounding on the midfield now. That's Esposito. Esposito is turning up the intensity of late, but he's going to step out with the ball, and it will be a throw-in. Rutschik will throw the ball in for Waterford, but they'll give it to Ard, and Ard plays it to Rutschik. Rutschik tries to hit a low line drive through the middle, but it's deflected by Esposito, who attempts to clear, and East Lyme is now playing it back, and it will be finally cleared out by the Vikings.
A lot of action. Last 4 minutes.
Absolutely. And we do have a Viking. We have Matthew Kung into the game now for the Vikings in the midfield. Kung with the ball heading down the right side. Now he turns it back towards the middle. Tried to get a pass off to Manthaus, but it was intercepted. And Waterford on the other end. A ball to the left side out for Albanese. Albanese now with 2 East Lyme defenders tries to play it back to Ard, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be a Viking throw-in, and they're going to say no Waterford throw-in as it was deflected off of a Viking foot. Ard with the throw-in. Finds Rutschik. Rutschik trying to find Albanese in the corner. And a play into the middle, and it's headed out by Waterford.
Coach, when you've got offensive players behind the defense on the opposite end, is the strategy there to swing the ball opposite side of the field?
Yeah, you can. I mean, with a team that's kind of overcompensating, or overplaying one side, switching the point of attack is so important. But look, we got something going here.
Great overlapping run that time by East Lyme. They ran a 3-man overlapping run where the trail guy was coming up the sidelines. 2 passes. That's a lot of running to do. Coach, talk about that. And the conditioning and the speed of a player. That's a 40-yard run.
I was just going to say that. He made a great overlapping run. He forced the defender to, you going to pick me, you're going to choose me, or choose the ball to defend. That's a great run by, I don't know who that was over there, but that was a great run.
And that's talk about the the conditioning. Now you just made a 40-yard dash, and now you got to get right back and play. Soccer players, you're not. There's no downtime. You're moving the whole time.
They got a motor. There's no doubt about that.
You don't see any soccer players built like me. Long ball in, and Heaney will come up. When I played soccer, we had three overweight baseball players as our defense. Me and Todd Meadows were back there. Danny Glenn. None of us were soccer players. We were all back there just running up and playing kickball.
Where'd you go? 10 yard to the 30-yard line?
30-yard
back to the 10.
I like to think of I was anchored back. I was like a Frigidaire back there. I didn't have much in the way of movement. A tripping penalty will be called against Waterford. So East Lyme here with a good opportunity. They'll have a kick, and it's going to be taken by Kaczynski. He's at the 22, so he's only about 25 yards outside of the goal. So East Lyme will set up an offensive play. And after they run this, Coach, maybe you can talk a little bit about some of the offensive plays that can get run on a kick like this. So Kaczynski will take the kick. Waterford with a two-man wall. Kaczynski with a little spiral. There's a free man in front, and a great save by Fayen. A free run that time at it by East Lyme. We'll get the guy who made the run. That was number 10, which is Gianluca Mazzi. Made a great run at it, and if Fayen didn't get a hand on it, that was a wonderful play.
What a great run inside the box, far post. Great run.
So now corner kick for East Lyme as Waterford just pushed that ball out of play. Here's the corner in front, and a nice job by Waterford just bumping the ball back. East Lyme's going to try to keep it in. Over in the side, Kaczynski's going to have it on the left wing. Redirects, other end, far post. Kung misses an opportunity right in front. Oh, man, Matthew Kung had it on his foot on a one-timer and couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, the right foot was up that time by Kung. Couldn't find the net, pushed it wide left, Casey.
Hey, they're onto something right now. The Vikings 3 times in a row have gone to that more of that diagonal ball in the attacking third with the guy running far post. So,
if Waterford was controlling the pace early going in this ball game, East Lyme in the last 6 or 7 minutes has definitely had the better scoring chances.
Yeah, they seem to have settled down a little bit now and starting to get a little bit more predictable in their play, getting more into their tempo.
I think East Lyme is getting Waterford overplaying to one side. And Coach makes a good point. They're going with the diagonal. They're going across the field to that diagonal for someone rushing on the far post, which means that they think Waterford's overplaying on that side. Now, the play in the other direction, Coach, would be Waterford looking to try to switch fields and go long ball over the top of East Lyme and get someone like Albanese maybe running free as East Lyme's pushing more and more people into the offensive end.
Nice push that time by Waterford.
Yeah, you're right on the money, Casey. I think what's happening with Brent, their engine, their heart of their team is getting a little stretched out, a little bit too wide in the middle third of the field. Ooh, that could be a mistake. Oh. But I'd like to see Brent Renchick stay in the middle of the field a little bit more, be the general. And I think you'll see that, that ability to play that ball a little bit wider and split the defense a little bit more. But he's a workaholic, man. He's going to work touchline to touchline. That's his MO. That's why he's getting looked at by Albany and Wheaton and some other good programs.
I like Kung on the outside, by the way. He's really giving East Lyme a boost on the edge. Very skilled player on the outside. You usually see a lot of those skilled players in the middle of the field, controlling the middle. To have someone out there who has speed and touch from the outside, that's the sign of a very skilled team.
Yeah, it's noticeable. You can see as soon as he came in the game, East Lyme has really taken it to Waterford, and they're attacking that right flank. They know that there's a freshman, over there on that left back position, so they're going to do what they can to exploit youth and inexperience.
Yep, Nick Zingis, only a freshman. That's remarkable. Thinking about starting at a program as reputable as Waterford as a freshman, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and it's aired over there too. You get 2 freshmen, playing that position, playing as hard as they're playing. Good for them. No way to grow up quicker than to play against these best players in the league.
Yeah, two freshman defensemen that is a lot to ask for. I tell you, Alex Fayen is the goalie saying, I got 2 freshmen back here.
Don't forget that our buddy, our buddy Abe over there, 13, just a sophomore.
That's right.
They grow up quick though. On the
Albanese with a break. He has a little bit of a one-on-one. Albanese one's right-footed. What a great save out in front made by Heaney.
That was a break that Waterford wanted, Casey. One-on-one and a great save by the East Lyme keeper.
Sean Heaney had to go down to his right on the ground. Albanese tried to beat him low left, which is a which is the strong side for the keeper. I was a little surprised that he went low left. That's the easy side for the right-handed keeper to fall to the right side. Low left is the harder place to go, but Albanese took a shot and a great save by Heaney.
Best scoring chance for the game for Waterford thus far, Coach.
Yeah, he had a great touch, to separate himself from the D. Do a little flick over that last defender. Compose. He tried to pass it by the keeper, which is what you tell all these young players nowadays, accuracy instead of power. And he tried to do that, so give him some credit for trying to place it.
Now it goes in the corner. Albanese fighting with Carico, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for East Lyme. Yeah, Heaney did what we teach keepers to do. He stayed low, stayed in that base so he could drop quickly to the right. I give Albanese credit. It's a smart play to go low like that on the ground ball. That's just one of those things where,
great save.
Someone makes a play. That's exactly right. Someone makes a play.
That's why other teams have a goalie.
That's right. Now, Sports Doctor, if you're wondering would I make that save, the answer is yes, because I'm so low to the ground already that I don't have to do anything. I can fall.
I've seen you in the net here on this field already.
Right,
it's been for lacrosse, but
That's
I've
right.
seen you in the net here on this field.
And I impressed you, didn't I?
Yeah, I very much.
Thank you. East Lyme with a little run. They're definitely turning up the pressure right now. Now, Waterford goes long ball to Albanese. He has nobody really with him. He's looking around for some help. He really is trying to find Zingis with him, and he's going to control the ball and go back on a little flick. It goes to
I like
Rutchick, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, I like Albanese down there. He's got some quick feet. He's a patient player too. Like you said, Casey, waiting for his offense to come down there and be with him on that side. But he's a good little player.
Yeah, he's got good balance. His first step is really a good solid first step. He attacks the defender's front foot better than a lot of kids I've seen at this age.
Dribbling skills and the patience he has. He's waiting for some help down there, Coach. There's no panic in him.
No, there's not. He's a smooth player. He's got light feet. It's fun to watch.
Searle puts it onto the midfield, and Rutchick pushes it up ahead. He was looking for Zingis, but tapped away, and it'll be heading down. Zingis with a chance at a cross, looking for Albanese. Albanese tries to flick with the right foot, and does. Ball still loose and just out of bounds off of Albanese, and it will be a goal kick for East Lyme.
Albanese is a pest down there in front of the goal. Boy, he is everywhere. He's got a motor. He's going to come out of the game right now, but he well-deserved rest.
Yeah, he's what we call a problem.
Yeah, he is. No doubt about that.
Yeah, East Lyme's happy right now. He's getting some water.
Nick Santangelo into the game, number 7, son of New London soccer star Brian Santangelo.
Oh, I love that kid.
1990 graduate. Nick Santangelo, an outstanding young man and taller than both his mother and his father, which is what we like to see. He is the son of Amelia Haddad Santangelo and Brian Santangelo, another soccer family.
You got your Whaler green on tonight? Not tonight.
No Whaler green tonight. Nick, of course, looks like a soccer player. Long legs. He's only a junior, so more things to be heard from the Santangelo lad. His father, left-footed offensive striker for New London, was a great goal scorer in his day. Santangelo look for a run as Waterford's going to play it back to the defense now, get 3 across. So they're running a 4-3-3 now. Long ball goes up in front for Zingis. Head ball by Rutchick, loose in front. East Lyme clears. Santangelo off the right foot was going to launch a shot, but a great steal by Esposito going the other way. And a nice slide tackle made out on the right edge by Waterford. That was from Searle. Ball loose in front, and Heaney comes up and cleans it up for East Lyme.
Santangelo was ready to load up with that right foot. He was ready to let that thing fly.
Yeah, good. That's good defending. He shut that ball down pretty quickly, because if he doesn't, that's trouble.
And a poor kick by Heaney. He got under it and only got it about 30 yards. Kicked it more like a punch straight up in the air. And Waterford got caught bridging underneath the East Lyme defender going for the head ball. So East Lyme will have a kick. However, controlled in the midfield by Rutchick. Pushed up ahead, looking for a run, and are the Lancers, and it'll be cleared by the East Lyme defense.
Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half, Casey. 0-0. The score against two teams that are played very, very tight defense thus far, Coach.
Yeah, they have to. One mistake could be the difference between a win and a loss tonight. Rivalry game.
Couple of scoring opportunities on both ends, and guys, a game of inches, just missing on some goals.
Oh, beautiful flick. Rutchick with an opportunity in the middle, trying to get a little free look. Spins around, has a man, doesn't see him. He had Zingis, but didn't see him. Now he goes the other end, and it's going to be intercepted by East Lyme. That's just an opportunity lost by Rutchick. He didn't see Zingis, who he had with a free look. other end, ball put up in front, and an opportunity missed that time for Kaczynski as it was just out a little bit too far. Intercepted, and Fayen will control for Waterford and the keeper.
Coach, the importance of a defender closing out space on an offensive player when he's got the ball, say 25, 30 yards out from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, kids are too good at this age. Like I tell that to everyone. I go, if you're going to give me a free shot, I'm going to take it.
It's so hard for these guys to wiggle through and get their legs free and get an open look.
Absolutely, and that's what it's kind of got players at a different level now. They shut you down quickly. They force you to beat them off the ball. And it's noticeable. These both sides are playing good defensively.
East Lyme now with a little push ahead. And intercepted by Waterford, and they will play it back through the keeper. And Fayen will reset.
Another nice run out wide, by East Lyme.
Yeah, 0-0 here, 7.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, but starting to settle down a little bit now. You can start. Neither team is getting stretched too far, so you're starting to see this. Both of these teams. It's going to be a battle of the midfield right now. Whoever wins that battle in the midfield is probably going to have the opportunity that ends up changing the complexion of the game. But as you can tell, we're not using the width as much, right now.
Right. So a lot of the middle of the field is being absorbed.
Yeah, I think if they can start using a little bit more of the width, stretch both defenses a little wider, you'll start creating some more open chances, in the attacking third. Great opportunity again. Looks like there's two Brent Runchicks out there. He's working so hard.
We have about 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. Either team looking for an opportunity to break into play here. So it's going to be played back, and it's going to be a goal kick off of the foot of Heaney, and he'll get this ball up close to midfield. He has quite the right leg, does this young man. He drills it, and with no effort at all, hits it 40 yards. No effort at all, 40 yards in the air. And East Lyme tries to control, but it's nicely handled by the midfield of the Vikings. And they're going to look to push up the right sideline. And Ard's going to let it roll, and it's going to stay inbounds. No whistle yet. Got to play the whistle. And there's the whistle there. That's one thing in soccer. Got to play the whistle. Those balls tiptoeing on the end line. You got to wait for that official's whistle.
Yeah, you never know when these officials are going to blow that whistle.
Or not going to blow that whistle.
They're not going to blow it. High school coaches are used to it, so you definitely play that whistle.
One of the hardest things is the ball. You as a player, you see the ball's out, so you stop.
Correct.
But the whistle hasn't blown, and someone comes running past you.
Sure, and scoops it up with their foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Very, very. You got to play to the whistle. Inbound throw by the Vikings on the right corner. And Waterford will just play it out of bounds and reset their defense with 5.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, this is where it gets dangerous, though. We talked about the first 5 minutes of a half, the last 5 minutes.
East Lyme now, a little dance in the corner. Ard defending, and ball put in front for Kaczynski. Waterford puts it out, back on an East Lyme foot. A little bit of a nice job of steal, but they can't get it cleared. Ard stole it, but he couldn't clear it. East Lyme still playing with it. Waterford pushing. Moises now controls for Waterford. Moises with a nice pass to Santangelo, but picked off by Kung. Kung tries to put it back into the offensive zone, but no one was there on the switch of momentum, and Fayen comes up and clears for Waterford, and they'll play it from the keeper.
And East Lyme has had some success off of corner kicks and some good looks and some, kick-ins from the side and stuff like that. That's their money spot, Coach. That's where they've been most successful.
Yeah, you just need to be a little bit more patient. That's all. Just be a little bit more patient. Let the play develop just a little bit more. But these are nerves. It's the ALS Cup. They're gonna be a little nervous.
Oh, nice move by Zingis going down the right edge, looking for an area, and he's buried by Esposito.
Wow. Is this Friday night?
That's a hit right there by Esposito.
That's my kind of soccer case. That's a big hit.
So that's Negabom. I'm calling Zingis' name. That's Negabom. That's my bad on 9. I got the wrong number, so I'm calling Zingis' name. He's 21, and it's Negabom who is there. Kick up and goes over the right defender into the right corner. No one home. Now Waterford keeps it back in, puts it back in the middle. East Lyme looking shot wide and left. Out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Vikings.
Yeah, a little confusion that time up front by the East Lyme defenders. It got a clean look there by the Waterford scorer, and pushed us a little bit wide, Coach, but some bodies there and a little confusion from East Lyme's defense.
Yeah, it's where you get a little tired. You get a little, oh, we got Rudchick going down the middle. He still got it.
Waterford now with Negabon down the right side. Negabon in the corner. 2 East Lyme defenders, and it cleared out, but kept on the foot. And a long spiraling kick that time by Searle and into the hands of the keeper, Heaney.
Hey, what a great hit, take half a chance. You never know when it's going to go in.
So my apologies to Robbie Negabon, who I've been calling Nick Zingis for the better part of a half. That's the downside of a roster that sometimes you got to double check, and that's my fault. So Negabon has been doing a lot of that work down in the corner. Zingis, on the other hand, the freshman, I give too much credit to the freshman.
Yeah, yeah, you gave him an easy one.
Nice job that time by East Lyme. Very patient, the Vikings. Also very deliberate. They don't panic when the ball's in their end. They do a nice job, and they're so far keeping Waterford. The scoring chances from Waterford, realistically, you've had 2 legit chances. Albanese has had 2 chances, missed on both of them because of great keeper saves. East Lyme's actually had a couple of better opportunities. That ball in front and the 1 foot, the volley from Kung that went no good. Here's a low banging kick from the midfield that time by Searle, out of bounds, and with 2:09 remaining, it'd be a goal kick from Heaney.
Hey,
Coach, you don't like that play?
No, I think that was pretty impressive by this young kid, Searle. I mean, he took space, got it, he got his head up, so the keeper off his line, tried to go far post with it. A little cheeky little play by him.
Ball in the midfield, tapped around. Moises with a little volley over to Albanese, back in the game. Plays a little game now with Santangelo. Albanese tripped down on the end line, and we're going to get a penalty. That's a big penalty. Now Waterford's going to have a direct kick from the corner. Santangelo's going to set it up, and it's going to be somewhere down about 15 yards on the right. It's right near the sideline, just inbounds. It's going to be taken by Rudchick. Waterford sending people far post, making a run. Rudchick, low liner, ball in front, on a foot, and a great save by Heaney again.
Oh, what a great save. He held on to it. No rebound. Great save by the keeper.
Heaney goes wide, gets it out to Soames. Soames has some time. Intercepted on the other hand, however, by Searle. And Searle loses it out of bounds, as we're down under a minute remaining here in the first half of a scoreless game.
Yeah, this is where you got to be aware of, Alex. You got to be aware of these guys up front, Duncan and Alex and Kung. You got to be aware of these guys. 40 seconds left. Got to be smart.
No score here at East Lyme High School. You're listening to Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, and the coach, Rob Brule, in the booth with us tonight as we're watching and broadcasting ECC soccer. Nice long ball by Esposito. Esposito has got a leg on him. I mean, he can bang. He just banged that one from 55 yards and kicked it out of bounds.
Hey, he's putting it on a dime. He's putting it on the kid's head. I mean, this is pretty fun to watch.
Other way, Waterford now with 15 seconds remaining. Goes down. Moises tries to keep it in. And it'll be East Lyme throw as we're down under 10 seconds remaining here. Stay tuned at halftime as the sports doctor will stay and chat with the coach. We're down under 3, 2, 1. And we are at halftime at East Lyme High School in a scoreless soccer game. You're listening to Game Day live on theday.com. It's a great joy of all of us at Game Day to be able to show everybody just how remarkable these kids are, their parents, the coaches, because it really is a community effort, and it's been wonderful to tell these stories. It's been our pleasure.
Fun to hear it from the parents too, Casey. When the parents come up to you and say, "Hey, listen, whether it's Tammy McManaway or some of these other kids' parents, it's just tremendous. It makes us feel really good.
Especially if you don't pronounce their kid's name right, which I've had happen. I had that happen one time. Mr. Letellier came up to me, and I said, I know, I messed your kid's name up. I'm so sorry. We're here starting early second half action. Waterford is going to run into the offensive end right now with Albanese. Albanese doing a little trickery in the middle at the 20-yard line. Tries to get by 4 defenders. Can't do it, and East Lyme will clear. No score, no whistle on that play either. I'm surprised to see that.
Yeah, that was definitely an opportunity where Albanese looked like he got clipped there at the top of the 18. So it's getting a little chippy right off the bat.
East Lyme in the other direction, and Viking goes hard down on the ground, and we'll get a whistle going the other way.
Yeah, think this is where you start seeing, okay, 40 minutes left, guys. Let's get at this cup.
Yeah, the feeling out process is over. The sort of the jogging is now done. We're in full sprint mode the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And we'll see it now. East Lyme's going to have a little opportunity here. Ball in to the far post. It goes and on the feet of Moises, and he's going to play it back out into Albanese, and it's flicked back in, and Waterford trying to clear, and East Lyme now will turn and get it back into the offensive zone.
Yeah, Lancers were a little fortunate right there. That back post run was on, and they got a little careless in the defending. So they got a little fortunate there.
I mean, what we talked about in the first half, these kids are putting 30 and 40-yard passes into a barrel or on a line,
Yeah.
right? Onto someone's onto the specific. It's not enough that they're hitting it to their teammate. They're putting it on the body part that they want. I mean, the opportunities are being foiled because of really good defensive play, but these offensive players for both teams, very, very skilled with the passing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, these guys are playing at the highest level in the offseason. I've coached a lot of these kids in the premier level, and I've watched them play in the Southeast Soccer Club, and they're talented players. I mean, they went to a State Cup final. These guys are playing against the best teams in the country. So little old ECC in Connecticut, is moving up in the ranks here.
Now, the Vikings right now are a little bit flat. If you see right now, they're a little bit flat. Now they're starting to get into a little bit better spacing. They were getting themselves caught up a little bit of 4 across, which is not exactly how they want to be, and it allows for, of course, those balls over the top. And we miss a handball late on Gianluca Mazzi, and they're going to call it. It'll be a kick for Waterford.
Yeah, it just seemed like East Lyme wasn't linking up with that back line. It was a high line for Waterford. So they had very little place to go. So there's only 30 yards of space in here. So if you're going to play, you got to play it quick over the top.
Rutschik with a long ball, far post, headed out by East Lyme, and Albanese will try to recenter, and instead it goes out wide to Searle. And now on Albanese's foot, overlapping run into the corner. Will he get there in time? Yes, and they're going to say no, out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Vikings.
It looked like Greg moving up there, didn't it? Was that 18 going
Yes.
up from the back? Yeah, it was a
James
nice little
Gregg.
run from him.
James Gregg and Brent Rutschik are the Beach Boys out there, the two 6-foot
Spicoli's.
blondes.
The
The
Spicoli's.
Absolutely. Goal kick. Santangelo tried to put it back in, but off the side of the foot and out of bounds. Maybe a mistake right there. You had an opportunity maybe to settle and reset. Always that temptation to sort of keep the ball moving, but sometimes settling it and switching fields or resetting to the middle is always a good opportunity. That time, East Lyme doing just that, settling the ball, playing it back. Now they're gonna put it out through the defensive end and run an offensive set out of the defensive play.
Yeah, that was a good play right there defensively.
Albanese fighting for every scrap. He is a menace down there, and he's going to try. And that time he just put a shoulder into the East Lyme defender. I think Albanese is getting a little frustrated with the physicality of the East Lyme defenders. He wanted to give it back a little bit.
Yeah, I think I always said that as an attacking player, man. I always wanted to foul the defender first, because I knew he was going to get his shots.
Yeah, you were known to be a bit physical as an offensive player. You had a strong body type for the position.
Actually, a strong-willed.
I remember you running through and over more than a few defenders in your day, but
yeah, those days are over.
You can still do it. You just be on the shelf for 2 weeks following it.
Yeah. That's slip-on shoes.
I tell them, I say all the time, I can compete at the highest level, and I just need a month off afterwards.
I'll tell you something, guys. It is getting chippy down in that field. I just came up. It is unreal. You guys are just talking about that?
Just what we were talking about.
I just passed Mikey Bissetto and the Waterford crew out there in the stands, and this place is fired up.
Yeah.
Well, it's a scoreless game. It's border rivals. We were just saying that Albanese was getting tired of getting banged around, and he decided to be a little physical on his side.
He lowered his shoulder down.
And then we were talking about that back in the day. Coach Brule was known to occasionally truck a defensive player.
Wow.
That was I don't want to say anything. He was known for 3 things. He was known for being an exceptional goal scorer.
Sure.
He was known as being a fierce competitor and being a little physical. East Lyme with an opportunity, left foot by their forward. Kaczynski gets deflected and back into the Waterford end, and Thayen will drop on it, and Waterford will have an opportunity here. They're going to call a blow a whistle before that happens.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Vikings right there. That's what Alex does. Kaczynski, he causes a lot of trouble. He times his runs right. he's in the attacking third of the field. There's probably not many better players in the state. He's that good. He's that dangerous.
He's a pain, right, Coach?
He's a pain. He's a handful.
He's a handful.
Esposito with a chance, puts it on Kaczynski's foot. Kaczynski trying to make a run. Nice job by Moises. And we're going to get a whistle on Kaczynski. Maybe it's something about East Lyme, little forwards, number 3 in East Lyme. Sean Williams, the lacrosse player, who's built almost exactly like Kaczynski, also wore number 3. The same player. They were complete pests, always knew where to be, were always in good position, sort of lulled you to sleep and then scored.
Coach, you don't like that call down there, though.
No, I thought that was, he let him play on, and he took 2 or 3 touches. Well, you let him play on. Let's, and I'm not being partial.
Scoring chance here for East Lyme.
Kaczynski into the box, always dangerous. Rutschik gets a head on it, so does Greg. And now it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to look like it's going to be a corner kick for the Vikings. And it will be. So the Vikings will get a corner kick. Manthaus will turn it over to Seibel, and Seibel will take the corner kick far right.
They were looking at a 2-man corner at first, but the Lancers shut that down pretty quick.
So Seibel with the corner kick. Vikings looking to get ahead on a ball. Here's a little banana kick in the middle. Head ball, far post, just wide.
Nice job that time, firing the ball out of the corner, finding his man. Best scoring opportunity for East Lyme in the second half.
That was a good header, man. He went back to the post where the ball came from. He did everything right, just a little bit wide.
Yeah, that was Esposito, Nick Esposito with the header, and he went far upper top shelf corner, and it was there, just wide, and a missed opportunity. And the goal kick from Fayen to midfield where the Vikings put a head on it out to Kung, and Kong's going to move forward with a head ball, and there's Ard coming over to head it back, and out of bounds it will be Waterford ball.
Yeah, something interesting Coach Mendoza said about Ard for his size, probably the highest IQ on this Waterford team as a little freshman. It's quite a compliment for any freshman to get that kind of praise from a head coach.
Oh, nice left-footed flick by Albanese, trying to get it into the corner to Negabon, and now Negabon spins, heads down, uses the left, little cross in front, Albanese with a left footer, and it goes wide left of the goal.
And Albanese is looking for a call down there, too, in front of the net.
Yep, looked like he got the corner. Yeah, it looked
he
like
got a corner. He got his call.
So great 2-man game that time, Negabon and Albanese. Yeah. The flick, Albanese with the left foot, and kept it on the ground, and nice job, Albanese, to get this corner.
Coach, a hustle play earned Waterford this corner kick.
Absolutely. A 2-man game, hustle, attacking this defense. Corner kick coming.
High far post corner. Nobody home that time. Now Moises into the corner for Waterford. And he's shoved off the ball by East Lyme. No call that time. They are starting to let him play, and then bang, another hard check out there, and they're really letting these guys run and bang into one another.
Feels like Friday Night Lights out there.
It does. I mean, that's the place to foul, though. I mean, that's a smart play by by Moises. He fouled him back, 80 yards from his goal.
Coach, will the physical play lead to a mistake and a possible scoring opportunity?
Yeah, in the middle third. In the middle third of the field, I mean, it's hard to do it from the defensive third, but a middle third of the field, kind of a careless error, can definitely get you out of whack pretty quick. So.
It's like anything else. As the East Lyme puts the ball into the middle, and Waterford with a chance to clear it out, and a nice job by Moises to just get a foot on it as East Lyme is upping the pressure. Now Moises, nice little foot maneuver, switches it and puts it past Negabon, who's going to run down the left edge, and Albanese goes after it, and it goes out of bounds. Like anything else, Sports Doctor, in football, sometimes you need to make a tackle and you go for the hit. And what happens if you go for the hit, the guy doesn't get hit, and you got space in front of you?
Right.
I'm impressed with Sport Doctor right here. Tonight I'm just so impressed. Listening to all the, the Friday night games, and look at him here on a nice, good old-fashioned Thursday soccer game.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
You're natural.
Went from American football to world football tonight on a Thursday night. Sports Doctor trying to earn the H in his PhD. So far, we're wondering where the PhD comes from. What school? Where did the PhD come from, Sports Doctor?
That's a long story, Casey.
Here's a nice ball, far post by East Lyme, and Ard clears it out. And now Moises has all kinds of room. He settles, and he's going to try to make a run for Waterford. Puts it up for Albanese. Albanese with a nice little nifty flick with his right foot. But a great job by the East Lyme defensive player, Matzi. And East Lyme now, Matzi's looking for the ball, and he does a nice job clearing it, just getting it down into the Waterford zone, getting it out of there as the Lancers had a little something going.
Yeah. And again, the flick of the foot, and the ball travels 30 yards.
Albanese through Matzi, keeps the ball, looks for Negabon, puts it up in front, and out comes Heaney for the save. Very very skilled plays we've seen here from Ard and Negabon and Albany. Some really talented footwork.
Yeah, and they're playing together as a group too. You don't see them too far away, and that's a sign of a team that's working together, a group of forwards that are working together. They never want to be more than 15, 20 yards apart, and they're working together up there.
A miscue that time by Waterford. East Lyme with an opportunity. Kaczynski puts it in front. Kaczynski tripped on his way to the box, looking for a call.
He didn't get it. No call on that play. Kaczynski was he was face planted at about the 10-yard line. Wow.
Great defensive play by Rutchick.
Kaczynski had an opportunity. He was wide open in front, and before he could get the shot off, it appeared that he was just brought to the ground, but instead, it's going to be East Lyme ball out of bounds, and
he's still pleading his case with the referee over there in the corner.
I think he might have a case, but now Waterford looking to take advantage and quickly move upfield off of a throw, but it goes off of the Waterford player, and East Lyme will have an opportunity.
And that's where you see a great player having a great moment right there, and then you see a captain coming back, tracking back to stop him. So this has been a fun game to watch.
Motzi in the midfield for East Lyme. Switches fields, gets it over to Kung. Kung on the right sideline with Ard in front of him. A little one-on-one game. Now he finds Motzi. Now East Lyme with a little bit of space right now. Motzi trying to direct it. Little field general. Kung tries to go down the sideline, and he can't beat Moises. Moises takes it away, and we'll have a whistle as Kung fouled Moises, and it'll be Waterford ball.
Now, that was a foul down there, Coach, but yet Kaczynski gets cleaned out at the 15-yard line, and that's not a foul. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, that was a little confusing right there. It happens.
It was a scoring opportunity. The official, if they called that foul, it's a penalty kick for East Lyme, and they're trying to avoid this game being decided on a penalty kick.
Yeah, well said.
And that's a tough one as an official.
Situational officiating? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, no. It's one of those things like pass interference in the end zone on the last play.
Right.
You better be really, really sure that it's a penalty to call that, because you're going to give the other team what is really a very, the best scoring opportunity you can get. And they don't want to do that. So that would have to have been almost a dirty play. I think that was a clean takedown that bordered on being a penalty.
Hard
takedown. And they weren't going to call that.
Yeah, because Alex deserved that call too. He put them under pressure, and he was in a good place, and it could have easily been called.
Yes.
So.
And I understand the officials are trying. We don't want to see this thing go off on a PK.
Look at this kid.
In front, Waterford 3-on-1. Now that ball goes off of the East Lyme defender, and the keeper tried to keep it in, and instead he touches it. It's going to be a corner kick for Waterford. That's a uncharacteristic missed communication between the Vikings on the defensive end.
Albanese is just, timing his run so well, putting so much pressure on. This is one guy going against four. I mean,
sacrificing his body down there, too.
Yeah, he's getting after it.
And Rutchick mishit the corner kick, hit it over the backside of the goal. A missed opportunity there. Corner kicks are such great scoring opportunities.
You got to take advantage of your chances. Games like this come down to a set piece usually, and could have been a PK set piece, or it could have been a quarter set piece. But you got to take care of your chances. He's too good of a player to let that one get out of bounds.
25.5 minutes remaining here in a scoreless game. East Lyme and Waterford. Kaczynski now plays it back to his keeper, and Heaney bangs it on a touch hit over midfield. Waterford, Ard loses it to Kung. Kung down the sideline. Kung makes a run. One-on-one with Ard. Now slows it up, waiting for another offensive player. Kung, and a nice job by Ard that time.
Smart.
Went for the slide tackle, knocked it, and it'll be a goal kick for Lancers. Fayen will take it for them.
Yeah, good defending by Art. Smart defending, buzzed his feet, kept it in play in front of him. The only place he could go was out wide or long. So it's good defending, smart.
Talk a little bit about the kinds of, when you say make a run on a set play, so kind of set plays that you can see. You see them line up. Say that you're 40 yards out, you got an indirect kick or even a direct kick, and you're making a run. Kaczynski with an opportunity, right foot, stops, plants, brings it back, looks to the left, still with his feet, maybe one touch too many, and Waterford clears.
Kaczynski on his back again, working hard down there, but no shot on goal that time for the Vikings.
I think you got to let that one fly, no, Coach?
Yeah, you got to let it go, but easy for us to say. We're up here in the booth. But James Greg just did a great job defending, shut that down, buzzed his feet. That's the key. Keep it all in front of you.
Kaczynski's going to make a play in this game sooner or later. We got 24.5 minutes left to go. Kaczynski will be a factor.
Yeah, he will. He's you can tell he's picking his chances right now. He's sizing people up. He's sifting both sides of the field, kind of finding a slot that he can feel comfortable in.
If he can get one of his legs free on the ball, he will fire a dart.
Yes.
I think it's Kaczynski and Albanese, the two number 3s. One of them is going to have another opportunity in the middle. And the other guy I want to keep an eye on is number 22, Nick Esposito of East Lyme.
Yeah.
He has made a couple of real strong shots from deep. If they get any sort of direct kick, or even if he gets one loose on his feet from anywhere within 25 yards, I think he'll let one fly.
Tried loading up early in the first half, too. You could see that bazooka in his leg.
And I'll tell you what, no one stopped him in the air yet. I mean, he's had 2 chances in the air, so he's getting in the box, getting dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go up front now and put it in the back of the net with the head.
Opportunity. Kaczynski is going to take the kick. Right edge, little low liner in front. Here's an opportunity. Ball loose. And out comes Fayen to make the stop. A missed opportunity again. East Lyme had multiple offensive players running in front of the net, but couldn't get any body part on the ball.
I think that's our kid again. I think that's 22. Right in the middle of it.
Albanese going to try to control this. Nice job with the I tell you, the kid is a skilled player for sure.
Yeah, he sure is fun to watch. He's fluid. They call that kid smooth, It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I think fluid's a great word. That's a really good descriptive word of how he plays. Ev, nothing seems all that difficult, and yet everything flows one piece into the next.
Yeah, and I think right now if he can get a little bit of help from the midfield so he can play the way he's facing now in the middle third of the field, lay it off to someone else, play a little 3-man game, that's probably the next level for these guys,
Not afraid to throw his body in the mix as well.
Oh, he's a tough kid.
Fatigue's going to start to settle in, too. You can see Albanese looking for the ball in the middle. He's going to have it. He's looking for his extra man, puts it up to Negabon. Negabon making a run down the right end, but East Lyme, 3 men back
good cover.
now.
Yeah, good cover. Good defending. Good team defending there. And now a little bit of composure to play out of the back.
Settled it and went back to the midfield, but again, a little flick there off the foot of the East Lyme defender goes out of bounds, and Waterford will have a throw. So we talked before about those set plays. We just saw one there. What are you looking to do as an offensive player, both from the kick and from the players who are making runs in front of the net?
I think the most dangerous ball is that whip ball into the near post. People, guys off the ball making a run to the near post, because it causes so many problems. You can be a deflection. You can be, in the way. You can get a head on it. So those near post balls, whipping them in, causes the most amount of problems. That's what I'm looking for as a coach.
As a keeper, you're defending that. You got someone, a teammate, defending the back post, the far post for you. So we've always thought of those balls going over the keeper's head to the far post, head balls. But you're right, those low line drives onto the near post are really, really difficult for a keeper because deflections are very easy. And if you miss it as the keeper, now the ball's rolling in front of an open net and there's all these guys there.
That's exactly. You got 2 chances on one ball rather than the one ball played far post and only that one guy having a chance. So you're right. Here we go.
Rutschik with Albanese. Albanese tries to make a pass to Negabon, and it's cleared out by East Lyme. I think Albanese is a little fatigued right now.
He's gassed. He's gassed. The hand, it's not going to come up in a rivalry game, but, he's gassed.
Makes a little move, still has the ball on his feet. He and Moises, out of bounds it goes, and Moises will drop it for a Waterford throw. Ard's going to take the throw. Ard, for a freshman, has a very strong 2-hand throw. He puts it in on Negabon, on Albanese, in a flick, and the ball gets booted up on a volley. A lot of bodies crashing in the air, and East Lyme Esposito will come out with it.
There he is again.
He beats Ard. Esposito's got some room. Big body, little body. Esposito now cuts it back with his left, middle of the field. East Lyme's got a little something going if they can get one guy, but Rutschik steps up. Now Kong puts it far post, and headed by Waterford out of trouble. Ball loose, and Kaczynski had a chance. Now here comes Esposito with an open look. One more touch. Gets it off with his right foot, back to his left, puts it in front. Nothing there.
Kaczynski begging for a touch on that set by the Vikings. And Casey, he's waiting there in the middle of the field. Says, "Get me the rock."
I think sometimes it's one touch too many. If you get an opening, you got to let one fly. Surprise the goalie. You don't have to have a perfect shot. Goalie deflects the ball, or the goalie saves it and puts it right back out in front. I think sometimes they're looking for the perfect shot, and they really are better off just sending something in on net.
Yeah, that's what Coach Christensen was talking about at the beginning of the game, final third,
Here's Albanese, and well defended by East Lyme. Esposito comes out with it. Now he's pushing it up looking for Kong, and he turns it over to the end to Albanese. Albanese with the left foot.
Battle of the Titans right there.
Albanese looking for help, gives it back to Moises. Moises back to Albanese in the corner. Albanese has some time, one-on-one, tries to beat the defender. Now plays it out of, nice job, kicking it out of bounds by Matzi.
Yeah.
So Waterford will have a throw.
Good defending. Kept it in front of him, watched the ball, didn't watch him. Good defending by East Lyme.
big number 17, Harold Falk, into the game for Waterford. I got to think he could cause some problems over the top of people. He'd be a far post candidate for sure. He's a tall, lanky player.
Yeah, he does. He's got that look about him. Corner kick, he comes. He might be a dangerous player right there. But you got to give these guys, what do they got? Negabaum out right now, getting a blow, getting some air, getting some water for this final, 15 minutes or so.
When you start to get, under 18 minutes, close to 15 minutes, does the strategy change at all?
Well, know what it does? It kind of, you have to be more focused. Like,
right.
The strategy is take, the stronger team will go at a defense, will go at a team right now because they're getting tired. They'll make a mistake. So usually a well-coached team will score in the last 10 minutes. Really.
Yeah.
Because you take advantage of someone else's mistake.
So there's three things right now, Sports Doctor, that I've always found. So you've got the fatigue factor. Which team has the better conditioned athletes that can get to the ball in space? Win that one-on-one battle that gets you an opportunity. Number two is which team starts to overplay. As you start to press and you start to overplay. And when you overplay, you allow the switching of fields and you allow momentum shifts. And that's when you get caught on your heels and the ball goes over the top of you. Those two are sort of typical in high school soccer. You get fatigue, and you get teams starting to press and overplay. And on the other side of the overplay is when your guy, great switching of the field by the Vikings, when your guy tries to do too much and you start to not overplay in terms of compensating. Here's Moises with an opportunity in the middle of the field, but Esposito takes it away, trying to do too much.
Correct.
You got 10 other guys around you that you need to pass the ball to.
Yeah.
And you see, for example, Kaczynski maybe trying to do a little too much. Albany's trying to do a little too much, trying to win a battle with 4 or 5 touches. And when that happens, then what that ends up being is you end up getting people.
He's not trusting his teammates and whatnot.
You have people staring and watching now, and then it becomes, you're reacting.
And it's easy to get caught flat-footed when you're watching an Albanese dance around with a ball, and then you've watched the ball.
Well, then my next question is: do the players and or the coaches watch the clock?
Oh yeah, I know I did.
All right,
Sometimes it's your best friend.
Ard puts it back. Albanese with a low-line drive off an East Lyme defender. Ard back with it in the middle. Ard back to Albanese now. He lets it go through to Moises. Moises with a left foot. Falk in front.
Offsides, maybe?
He's going to have an offsides on Hauk.
Yeah,
Hauk that time. Harold Falk that time. Offsides. He's the body I was looking for, far post. Great skilled pass by Moises. Just side foot. He hit that with the outside of his right foot to curl it left to right and put it back in, sort of like a fade in golf.
He knew his man was there, too. That was the intention.
And again, the skill involved. These kids, when I played, you learn to start to manipulate the ball. You learn to be able to curl the ball right to left, curl the ball left to right, hard knuckleball. He hit that ball with his right foot off the outside of his right foot across his body, so he had a fade.
Oh, they put the ball in the strength.
And he put it right onto his teammate's head.
These guys are good.
That's an amazing pass. I really do marvel at some of the strength-skill combination. That ball was 30 yards in the air with a fade onto a teammate.
Yeah. Coach, these guys move a soccer ball like Casey moves a golf ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's true. It's a true story.
I always asked how he hurt his knee.
After I had to crawl under a bush to get one of my drives. Ball in front. Nice job that time by Heaney. Come up and getting it. No, I move golf. I move the golf ball right. I move it left. Yeah, sometimes I move it up. Sometimes I move it down.
I've never seen anyone kick it as hard as you.
Sometimes I move it off of a tree. I move it all kinds of places.
Hey, but your dad, man, he could play.
My father.
Oh, boy, he could play.
At 72 years old, my father shot his age 5 times this year.
I got a little shout-out to Jimmy O'Neill, one of the best ADs I've ever worked for. Learned a lot from that man.
He's a Gold Key recipient for his work in athletics in Connecticut. And I marvel at what he can do. At 72, he's still the best golfer I've ever played with. Here's a great ball by Kong.
That was.
Down into the right corner. East Lyme with an opportunity. Cross. Ball in the middle. Kaczynski with a hard low. What a shot. An athletic play by Kaczynski. But he put it right on Feyen, who makes the save.
Well, a helicopter kick that time by Kaczynski. There's my guy. I'm telling you, he's going to make a play.
I think you're right.
He is going to make a play. He's going to be a difference maker in his game.
Sports Doctor, you might be right on. That was a great side volley. Kong did a great job getting to that ball, getting his hips around, getting the ball in play. And what a great effort by Alex. That was Oh, man, if that went in, I think we all would have just put the headsets down.
That's the highlight. That's that we're putting into sports.
done.
We're putting that one into Sports Center.
Yeah, now he's megging kids out there. He's starting to play with some confidence.
Oh, and I love the – see, there's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I love the thought by Conrad French. He's at the 25, and he sees he's open. Let it fly.
Give it a go.
Boom one.
Yeah, because even though he sailed that one, if he can put that on goal, even if the keeper doesn't make the save, sometimes you get a deflection, the ball goes off the keeper and gets in front. So that's a really – I like that play by French.
Yeah, it was a great effort.
You can probably catch the goalie napping a little bit when you're booing the ball from 25, 30 yards out, Coach.
Absolutely. Because the keeper's taught, right, Coach, the keeper's taught to drift out.
Yeah.
Correct. And it was just finishing up a play with Alex was dribbling in, Megan a kid, so he had to be paying attention to the other post. So
here's an opportunity for Waterford as Rutschik tries to bust in on the side, keeps it in, and we're going to get a whistle. Ball out of bounds. You know what a meg is? Short for nutmeg. Means when you put it through the legs of the defender.
Gotcha.
5-hole. There you go.
a little Statue of Liberty kind of thing.
Yeah. So I have had that done to me more than a few times. My coach here may have done it once or twice as well.
Hey, not too many defensive adjustments. I've been noticing this in the last 15, 20 minutes of the game. There haven't been a lot of adjustments defensively. They're freshening up their forwards. They're getting them rest. You got Zingis up front waiting for his first goal of his career. He's a handful. He's going to be a good player.
Here's an opportunity. Kaczynski with the ball.
Just out hustling his man down the field that time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice job that time by Waterford. Clear it out, but here's Esposito. Puts it right back in. Nice job by the header. And an excellent job by Searle to clear the ball out for Waterford. East Lyme wins that battle there and puts it back in the offensive end. You see Waterford now with 4 across on the defensive end, starting to sag it back a little bit here, trying to become a little more defensive. I think they're going to settle for really being defensive and try to catch maybe a long ball for the offensive side of things.
Yeah, I think they're starting to see the tide change a little bit. So right now they just want to settle down, play a little tighter defensively, play a little lower line.
With a 50-50 ball, the mistake at midfield may lead to something for Waterford.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
well, especially if you got this kid 3 up front.
Zingis put it on the feet of Albanese, but Albanese couldn't win the battle. Rutschik puts it right back in. Zingis had an opportunity, but taken away by the Vikings, and Zingis pokes it out of bounds. The fresh legs of Zingis out there, you can see it.
It really is. It's so, and it's it's incredibly important for these teams to play these young guys to get them ready for battle tested for the tournaments coming up. This is your future. You need to give him minutes in these types of games. He'll add a lot to this.
Oh, nice job. Esposito intercepts the pass from Moises, but Moises comes right back. Esposito tries to put it on the East Lyme foot, and instead Wojcik will take it for East Lyme, and out of bounds it will go, and it'll be an East Lyme throw.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we got a little injury here or not, but he got caught pretty good.
So we're going to have a referee's whistle as down on the ground is Harry Searle for the Lancers, and he's up, and he's clearly got banged, but he's up and walking, and we'll see if he gets the official sub out for this game.
These kids still out there still wear shin guards, Coach, or not?
Oh yeah.
They wear shin guards,
Gotta
huh?
wear them.
Mandatory. You can't play without them.
Yep, gotta wear them.
They'll line you up before the game and make sure you have them on. The one thing I never did understand, though, is that soccer players don't play with the other protection that a catcher and baseball players will wear.
Yeah.
And now that's why you see when they form a wall, the soccer players put both hands
Down by there. Yeah.
down in the area that they need to protect because they're not going to use a cup. But I will tell you,
Makes sense.
I will tell you, it's not a thing. That's not a fun thing.
No.
Now East Lyme with an opportunity here.
So it's a direct kick, Casey?
Well, it depends on what the call was.
It's going to be indirect because it's a reset.
Oh,
now it's a
indirect.
replay here, 40 yards out. So
they're resetting it. So it's going to have to be touched, which is from this distance is fine anyway. He's not going to bang it in from here. But from this distance, you're looking at East Lyme. You look at it, they're going to send all their offensive players. He's going to go far post, and they're going to make a run to the middle of the field.
Keep an eye on Kaczynski.
yeah, Kaczynski and
Now you're going to see them leak. They're going to leak Esposito back out. What I think East Lyme wants to do here, Coach, and you can, they're going to want to put like Kaczynski and Manthaus far post, and they're going to want to leave Esposito about 10 feet back as a trailer so that he can bang a loose ball, and they're going to try to make something happen on the far post. That sound about right?
yeah, it does sound right. And it looks like number 8 Duncan's been quiet all night. These are one of these little moments where that other forward kind of sneaks in there and puts one away. But I think we're going to hear Duncan's name too by the end of this game.
Esposito took the kick, drilled it, and it went right through everybody. And Fayen came out and made the stop.
He's got a big foot on him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Boy, he can load it up.
Esposito's the kind of kid that can get the keeper napping like you talked about. The keeper drifts out, and he just puts a ball right over his head.
You know what he reminds me of, too? He reminds me of like a three-sport athlete, back in the day. Those Mike Santangelos, the Chris Glynn's, like those guys that you got a chance to play with. Those guys are just flat-out athletes who can just do it. And this is what Esposito's doing tonight with Kaczynski. These guys are separating themselves from everybody. You got Motzi playing great defense, but those two guys have really stood out all game.
Kaczynski a little frustrated out there right now. He's been pushed around a little bit the last couple times down. He's lobbying for a call, they call that.
Now he's got the ball on his feet, does Kaczynski, tries to put it out in front. There it is. Esposito had a chance, but wrong side. It came from his strong side, so he couldn't do the volley with the right foot because he was drifting away, and he but wisely put it on goal. But now if Esposito could have been coming toward that ball, that would have been a completely different shot.
Yeah, it would have been on a strong foot, but instead it was on his left, and he had to think about it again. So, just one of those things,
A nice job that time by Fayen with a long kick, but it's kept in onto the foot of Ard, who puts it up, and now ball on the turf, and Moises keeps it up ahead to Zingis. Zingis with the right foot. And a long kick. He's looking for someone to make a run. And no one's home that time as Falk just couldn't get there. And Heaney rather, will take the throw, put it onto the feet of the midfielder, and that's Kong on the far sideline.
Well, now you're seeing Waterford, Coach Mendoza.
There's a ball ahead, opportunity for Kaczynski, taps it by the keeper, and we have our first goal of the ball game.
Just what the doctor ordered, Kaczynski making a play. Coach, that was the mistake you talked about. The quick touch, and Kaczynski, just a little bit of guidance, found the back of the net.
Absolutely. You know what I always tell these guys, great players play great on game night. Well, guess what? You just saw a great player play great. Timed his run, fought for the ball, touched it, passed it by the keeper. Great goal.
He has had his nose down in front of the goal all night long. He's been chipping. He's been knocked down. He's been dragged out, and he found the back of the net that time. Good for that young man.
With 9:08 remaining in the ball game, East Lyme's Alec Kaczynski beats the Waterford keeper Alex Fayen for our first goal of the ball game. We've got an injured, cramped Viking on the field, but that right now is secondary to the joy they are feeling at getting the first goal of the ball game. Just the same opportunity earlier that Albanese had. This time, Kaczynski beats the Fayen to the ball and touches it past him.
Exactly, and that was a great ball played through, too. I mean, that ball split two defenders. He timed his run perfectly. I mean, that's just a great player being great. I love that stuff up front. Composure, he just passed it by the keeper. He didn't try to hammer it. Just a class finish.
In Waterford, it changed their defense, too, so they had four guys on defense, and, it just fell between the middle of them.
Yeah.
And we've seen Kaczynski all night long battling for 50-50 balls, the extra effort, the helicopter kick. I mean, he's a young man that's been sticking with it, and that time, Coach, rewarded for it.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a problem all night. He's been a problem all night. He's been on that last defender's shoulder the whole time. Timing runs really well. So that's why he's a smart player. That's why he's on the regional team. Like this guy's legit. This kid can play.
Under 10 minutes to go, too. That's a big goal.
That's a big one. Now we'll see how Waterford responds. This is a sign. This is a sign of character right now. How do you respond?
Waterford put into a position that they're not entirely comfortable with, which is that they're going to have to press the offensive end, and it's very dangerous because you overpress on the offensive end and you give up an opportunity going in the other direction.
Yeah, you got to get your guys up front. You got to get Albanese and you got to get Negabaum up there, and you really got to start playing a little bit more direct. You don't have the time now on your side, so you do have to play a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more direct if you're Waterford.
You got to force the tempo a little more, Coach, or do you have to take more chances, or both?
I think you have to do both. I hated losing games 1-0. If I was down 1-0, you're going to beat me 2-0 because I'm going to try to score a tying goal.
And now on the other side of things, too, Waterford's going to put an extra man up. They're going to put a little more pressure. They're going to get their midfielders more involved. But at the same time, East Lyme can't be content just dropping more men back, because what you see is what happened right there. Balls get deflected and balls move around, and the more bodies there are, the more confusion that happens. So East Lyme's got to try to still run an offense even with 8 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to try to pack it in. They're going to try to park the bus, we call it, and that can either hurt you or help you. So
Well, you want to stay back defensively, right? You want to make sure, but at the same time, you don't want to give up 6 corner kicks in the last 5 minutes.
not to these guys. These guys are good in the air, and they're the cardiac kids. They don't give up.
Rutchick will take the corner far right. Low line drive in front, and it tries to flick in by Searle, and it was well defended by East Lyme. Put back in the middle, Kaczynski helping out on the defensive end. Waterford with an opportunity, though.
Ooh.
And the ball is shoved out of bounds toward the sideline by East Lyme, and they will keep it in and play it back out of the defensive end.
Physical play that time in front of the net, too, by the Vikings.
Yeah, top of the 18. That could have easily been called. So referees swallowed the whistle,
Oh, and Kaczynski draws
And
a
he's just-
drew a cheapie on Searle.
Kaczynski says, finally I get a call. I've been begging for this all night long. I've been bumped and banged and bruised, and I got a call.
That was a little bit of a flop on that time on That was a little bit of a flop right there.
The Russian judge gave him a 9.
This is when the soccer world they would be busting on Kaczynski right now.
He's been lobbying for that call though all night long, and he finally got it.
Searle's going, come on. But they tag Searle on the.
And that's a big play, because now all of a sudden one of your starters, one of your best midfielders, is out for the rest of the game. I mean, these are the little things that young teams will learn from.
They get a red card for that?
He got a yellow.
They got a yellow
He's
card.
got to come out for 10 minutes, so he's
Oh, wow.
pretty much done.
So the yellow card, they're saying that it was an intentional foul, which I think is a little much, and I think Kaczynski went down like he was shot. When I don't know that it was quite that dramatic, but hey, all the credit. He just got one of their better players off the field. So
Absolutely, he's not done yet either.
and he's got another opportunity as Kaczynski keeps it on his feet. Ard tries to clear Kaczynski to a teammate high and just over the top of the net. A nice opportunity by the Vikings, but no good.
That's that long one-timer from 25 yards out you've been looking for all game. And, Kaczynski was the setup man that time and just missed a goal.
Draw two guys, laid it off to the guy who was open.
Yeah, Seibel had a chance, just airmailed it a teeny bit.
Yeah, Seibel hit that well.
Ball
You like
played-
that, Casey, don't you? You like that fire now from 25
I do.
yards. Yeah.
I do, because as someone who had to play goalie for a year, the hardest thing is you have to come out, because if you have to be out so that loose balls that are coming your way, you can beat the man to the ball. You don't want the one-on-ones. And when you're out there and there's a ball hit from that far out, you're in no man's land. It's a really difficult save. If you go up and save it, you give up a corner kick. You have to decide whether you want to try to let it go. It's a judgment ball. It's very difficult.
Yeah, you're right, Case. And I'll tell you what, Fabry's done a real, our guys have, Fane has done a really good job in goal, for the most part.
We're going to get a whistle here. East Lyme will have a throw. Wojcik looking down the side for Seibel, and there's Kaczynski with him. And Waterford just taps it out of bounds, and East Lyme will have another throw. 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. 1-0 East Lyme on a breakaway goal from Alec Kaczynski. And the Vikings looking to tack one more on.
Still dictating the pace in this ball game, even with a 1-0 lead.
We're going to get a handball on Esposito, and I'm not sure he agrees with that one either. Then again, no one ever agrees. No one ever agrees with a penalty called on him.
See it in basketball all the time. Wasn't me.
Wow.
Looks like Waterford's going with 3 forwards now. They need to do it.
Oh, what a great job shielding the ball and almost giving up a goal to Zingis.
Wow.
But a great job. Seibel shielded the ball, trying to allow Heaney to come and get it, and he almost didn't get there in time.
Yeah, Heaney did a great job coming off his line, because that was a goal. If he doesn't come off his line, one more, half a second too late, it's a goal.
We're getting a whistle down
man
in midfield.
down.
Yeah.
Coach, the communication between the goalie and his defenders, when he's going to come up and make a play like that, does the keeper yell, my ball, my ball?
Yeah, he's usually
does he yell keeper?
Yeah, he's usually he's saying keeper all the way out.
Right.
And defenders are just shielding off. And, and sometimes you get whacked as a teammate, but you do it for your keeper.
Huge kick by Gregg up in the air. And, Moises has an opportunity. What a great ball by Gregg. James Gregg put that ball on Moises' foot, but he couldn't get the angle.
Oh, that could have been it, too. What a great ball. Moises is right now, he's saying to himself, I may not get another chance like that. was he on the 6 right there? Yeah, it looked like he was right off the 6.
Waterford extending the pressure. Greg up to the midfield now. Heads the ball up ahead to Negabon, and now down into the corner. Zingis goes after it. Zingis pulls up lame on the right sideline. He's hobbling after the ball, and he can't get there. And down to a knee he goes. And Nick Zingis is going to have to get a whistle here from the official. It looks like he either cramped or but he's hobbling, and Waterford's going to have to sub.
He got kicked, I think. He got kicked in the shin.
Yeah, looks like a cramp, but he would have been stretching out the cramp, so he might have felt a little twinge somewhere. So hopefully it's not a knee or something, something a little bit more serious than that, because that's a tough kid right there.
3:22 remaining in a 1-0 East Lyme game over Waterford. Vikings just trying to get it out of their zone. Waterford trying desperately to get one more opportunity. They had one a minute ago as Greg put the ball onto the foot of Moises, but it was missed wide left, and now the Vikings looking to throw, and the ball is tapped around, and Waterford trying to put it back in, and East Lyme just trying to clear. Waterford wants one more opportunity. They can get one more good look in front here late in the game.
Yeah, even a set piece, something. Just, give him a chance, give him an opportunity.
Rutschik battling, and Kaczynski just fires it out, puts it back. Now here's a good opportunity for Waterford. Playing it from the defensive end in the middle. And a ball now on Kaczynski's foot. He goes long, tries to beat the defenders. One man to beat. Seibel had one guy to beat, but nice job by Waterford. Seibel controls the ball. He's looking for a pass the other way. Puts it out wide left, and East Lyme's got a chance.
Smart play.
Yeah, tick-tock.
Burning some clock.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Could have been a scoring opportunity there by East Lyme, but he's smart play.
Look at this. Going to the corner. Very smart.
Brilliant work by the Vikings here late.
Sports doctor.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm telling you, that was smart play right there. Could have been a situation where East Lyme could have had a run, but he said, you know what, let's burn a minute or so off the clock.
Absolutely.
Right. At this point, time is more important than anything else, and right now with under 2 minutes remaining, Waterford now, first they got to get rid of this ball out of their own end. East Lyme with a great scoring opportunity here. Kaczynski will take the kick.
And again, I would have just played a little small ball and just kept it right there in the corner. Burned off the rest of this minute.
Ball loose. Kaczynski has it again for East Lyme. He's taking it down to the corner. He's going to bury it. He's looking and playing with it, keeping his back to the Waterford defenders, forcing them to make a play, and it'll be an East Lyme throw.
There you go, Coach. I mean, Alex Kaczynski's done just about everything asked for East Lyme in this game. He's scored a goal. He's been the aggressor. He's played a little bit of defense. Now he's playing, okay, let's calm, cool, collective, and burn this game out.
And the small ball continues as he put it on Kong's foot, and Kong just kept the ball there again. Right now, they have the ball buried down in the corner. Waterford has no way of clearing it because they're boxed in on two sides.
Correct. Walk, walk, walk is what we say, And now the ball boys are killing him. He's throwing it in fast.
Smart soccer
slow
player.
It down, ball boys.
Home field advantage. Come on, you got to give me our home field advantage.
Yeah, don't give me it.
Out of bounds it goes, and looks like it's going to be an East Lyme corner.
Casey, you've been calling for the coffin corner all year in high school football, but you've got it now in soccer.
I know. I finally have got these guys going where we want. Now, see here, Coach. You think they're going to kick it? You think they're going to play small ball in the corner?
Keep it here.
And that make Waterford come out, and they go far post, up in the air, opportunity, ball loose. Esposito turns it, and Waterford steals. Moises tries to get it out, but East Lyme with too many men in, and the ball is loose. We're under 10 seconds remaining in regulation. However, there could be extra time. And there is your whistle. We are on pace, and that is it. Your final score here at East Lyme High School, a riveting 1-0 pitcher's duel. The Vikings, on a goal from Alec Kaczynski, have toppled the Lancers 1-0 in what is a pure soccer game.
I tell you, I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot about soccer today, and a very, very competitive, hard-nosed, fought, clean soccer game between two very, very good programs. Coach, it's a pleasure having you with us here tonight.
Oh, it's great being here. Thanks for the invite. It's great seeing these guys play such a good, hard battle tonight. So thanks for having me.
As always, Game Day was brought to you by Family First Life. Family First Life is a team environment, hiring many current and former athletes because they understand competitiveness and teamwork. If you're looking for part-time or full-time work, apply online at familyfirstlife.com. Game Day has brought to you high school soccer. The East Lyme Vikings with a 1-0 victory over the Waterford Lancers. For the coach, Rob Brule, and the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, I am Casey O'Neill saying good night, and join us on Monday as a Game Day first. Live from Stonington, it is high school field hockey. That's right, Game Day entering the field hockey world on Monday. Join us live for that. And then, of course, volleyball and football and many more as the fall sports season churns on. So for Game Day crew and everyone else here at the day, good night, everybody.